What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the A6E TRAM. Now, the TRAM is a rank 7 strike aircraft found in the US tech tree, or premium. It sits at a VR of 10.7 in air and ground, has a max speed of 655 miles per hour. It has a turn time of about 50 seconds. It's not a very maneuverable aircraft. You have a rate of climb of about 8,661 feet a minute. You have a indicated airspeed limit of 821 miles per hour. So you can get this thing Mach 1 in a dive, but you probably don't want to do that. Your reward from research is 696, and your SL reward is 930. In terms of secondary weapons, you get the AIM-9G Sidewinder, a rear aspect IR missile, the AIM-9L, a 30G all-aspect missile, flares and chaff. Up to 960 flares and chaff can be carried on secondary pylons, and you do get 20mm Mark 11 Mod 5 cannons, as this aircraft doesn't actually have an internal gun. You also get access to Mighty Mouse and Zuni rockets and mud skippers. In terms of actual strike performance, you get access to Mark 82 Snake Eyes, Mark 82 500-pound bombs, Mark 83 1,000-pounders, Mark 84 2,000-pounders, Mark 84 Air, Mark 81 Snake Eyes, Mark 81 250-pounders, GBU 16 Paveweight 2s, and Mark 77s. You also get access to GBU 12s, and pretty much a crap ton of napalm, so if you were to go around wanting to bomb a base, you can bomb up to 5, because you get 10 napalm. The A6E is going to be removed from the game after the end of this sale, so you have 5 days to get it if you're wanting to get it. Honestly, the A6E is not well suited for AirRB. It is pretty slow, it is not very maneuverable. It does turn pretty well when holding a, one circle tight turn, but good luck coming out of that. You do have to bring or sacrifice a 9L for a gun pod, so you have a gun. So you're limited to 3 AIM-9s and the 20mm cannon. Overall, 10.7 for air, it does okay. Definitely not my first choice to grind America with, but in terms of ground RB, this is where this plane shines. It is a strike aircraft. It does exceptionally well in the strike role. You get mud skippers, which are GBU 16s that are basically rocket boosted. You get GBU 12s, GBU 10s. You have a well assorted arsenal for dealing with enemy AA and tanks. One of the best strategies with this thing is to just climb really high and drop GBU 12s on their head. For that, the A6 is very well suited. It doesn't have to bring a targeting pod, as it has one built in, which means you don't have to sacrifice any bombs or missiles. If you were to get this aircraft, my suggestion is to play it in ground RB, pretty much strictly. It does fine in air RB, you can bomb bases, but you only have 5 pylons, 4 of which are limited to air-to-air missiles, and, for air-to-air use. Your 5th pylon on the belly basically can only carry some smaller bombs, and single bombs at that. So, unless you're running napalm on it, it's pretty much a useless useless pylon in air RB. I suggest just running a gun pod and then the 3 9Ls. And let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below on the A6. Is this something you guys are going to pick up during the sale? Is it something you think is worth it? Or is it an aircraft you guys are going to be able to sleep without? Honestly, I got it just so I'd be able to have it, as Gaijin has yet to add another A6 for the tech tree, even though it's been almost, a year now since we've had this plane in the game, 2 years, and it is now getting removed. I think the sales are too low with, the F4 and the F20 and the F5 obviously making the majority of Gaijin's money in terms of actual US aircraft. Overall, honestly, A6 pros, you have good air-to-air missiles, you have a decent secondary weapons. You actually have great secondary weapons. You have a targeting pod built in. You sit at a really good BR in terms of air to ground. Really, the most thing you're going to have to worry about is getting an up tier and having to deal with 2S6 or, Strela is definitely something to worry about. The cons of this aircraft is it's a little bit slow, a little bit sluggish in a dogfight. It definitely is not well suited for air RB. You do have the lack of pylons, and you have lack of air-to-air missiles, but they are good air-to-air missiles, do not get me wrong. No gun also does not help it. Another pro for it for sure is the fact that it has a really good RWR, but overall, Definitely not the best plane for air RB, but it is very well suited in the ground RB role, and honestly, I suggest getting it. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, guys. Only about 6% of my current viewers are subscribed, and it helps the channel out quite a bit. Make sure to let me know your guys' thoughts on the A6 down below, and I'll catch you guys in a later video.